If you are a restaurateur, I want you to pay attention to this show because I'm going to share with you our top 5 restaurant inventory management software options. Here's a review I want you to really scrutinize. Number 5, we have Touch Bistro. Our score, 8.8 over 10. So when you think about Touch Bistro, I want you to think about a restaurant inventory management software tool that is great for single location bistros, okay? So the cool thing about Touch Bistro is that you're able to optimize a lot of things across your inventory management operations. So you have an inventory management system to run on your local area network. You have a POS system included to process payments and submit orders. And Touch Bistro really offers tons of premium features for a budget price, making it, in our view, a great choice for restaurant operators running a single location. I just want to insist though, if you have multiple locations, you're not going to enjoy Touch Bistro. It has to be a single location, okay? And the cool thing is that Touch Bistro actually makes it a lot easier to measure profit margins for each item on your menu, track food costs, and manage your inventory on an ingredient level. So the level of granularity here is little. It's really, really great. And since it comes with the POS system, you can also process customer payments and submit orders via your Touch Bistro app. So this is really cool. So Touch Bistro, think about a single location here. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here and have a quick conversation with you about the top 5 restaurant inventory management software options. And the cool thing we love about Touch Bistro is that it also offers inventory countdowns on your ingredients, so you can actually keep close tabs on the amount of food on your shelves. This is kind of cool. We know that, when in the restaurant industry, we care a lot about, we deal with perishables. So you want to make sure that foods are, that the ingredients you have on your shelves are really, really going quickly, right? Plus, you can integrate Touch Bistro with dozens of other business software tools to sync your inventory count with your accounting system, for example, with your vendor management and more. So this is kind of cool. Now, the only thing we don't like with Touch Bistro is that it runs over your local area network. So you don't need the internet to run your inventory service. But if there are other services on that LAN, this might slow down the tool. Okay, you will need also an Apple Mac Mini though, which acts like the brain for your network of iOS devices. And yes, Touch Bistro only works on Apple devices. I want you to really look up right now on the screen here. Here is the pricing for Touch Bistro as of the date of this show. Number 4, we have Toast. Our score, 9 over 10. So when you think about Toast, I want you to think about a tool that's great for multi-location restaurant franchises. So Touch Bistro, single location, Toast, multiple locations. Fantastic. And we love Toast because it's a great inventory management software tool for running multiple locations. And we're talking about not just locations that are closely in terms of geography. They have I would say a linked proximity. No, you can be running, you can have restaurants on the East Coast and on the West Coast, and Toast will take care of you, not a problem. You have tons of add-ons that really bring extra value to the system overall. Okay, now there is a setup fee. So here we're not just talking about the fee for the software itself. You also have the setup fee. That's about $7.99 to $8.50 for the starter kit. So running multiple restaurant businesses can be challenging. You know that, I know it, okay? And it requires an inventory system that can do much more, way more than basic inventory tracking. So Toast actually does all the basics that other options provide, like ingredient level inventory tracking, menu costing, and food waste analytics. All of these things help you with the revenue management, boss, okay? And what we love about Toast also is that it offers high-level inventory valuation reports to help you assess the cost and profit margins for the food items on your shelf. That's what we love about Toast. We love the granularity, the depth, and the breadth of the reporting process in addition to the inventory aspect of things. So by the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the top 5 restaurant inventory management software options here. I'm actually giving you the ins and outs of this topic, so you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into, or which software you should actually opt for if you were to make a decision in that field. And so where Toast really shines in our view is it's in add-ons. For an extra fee, you can add on any of these convenient features: online ordering, takeout, delivery services, a kitchen display system, multi-location menu management, payroll and team management, loyalty programs, gift cards, marketing. So this is really, really great. And if you really want to learn more about the pricing, here you have the pricing on the screen. Number 3 here, we have MarketMan. Our score, 9.3 over 10. MarketMan, in our view, is the simplest restaurant management software, but it comes with a lot of capabilities though. We love the fact that, you're able to do things that you really need to do if you are in the restaurant industry. There are like MarketMan, what we love is the simplicity, but also the fact that you get things done very quickly. So if you want to stick to the essentials, this is great. You are able to, if you are a restaurant owner who doesn't want a steep learning curve on your inventory management platform, go with MarketMan. And this is kind of cool. You can compare the cost of buying food to the price you sell it for. Okay. And so MarketMan keeps things basic with simple restaurant specific inventory tracking features, including low stock alerts, vendor management, and the ability to send purchase orders right from your app. So MarketMan also helps you with menu costing, but it goes beyond simple ingredient level tracking. So the software actually lets you input both the wholesale and retail cost of your ingredients. This is really good. In other words, it lets you compare the cost at which you buy your food versus the price you sell it for. Again, when it comes to revenue management, when it comes to revenue calculation, when it comes to revenue tracking, when it comes to revenue optimization, this is a great tool. This is a great capability. Okay. And MarketMan even takes price fluctuations into account, so you don't have to estimate your cost based on outdated data. Can you imagine if you're in an industry where prices are changing all the time? I mean, God forbid, did you see what happened lately with the gas prices going up like crazy? People actually going at the pump. You feel like, wow, what's really happening here? This is also affecting the restaurant industry, the food, the supply chain, everything. So when you have a tool like MarketMan, this is kind of cool because you're able to, your prices can adapt right away, or not right away, but let's say correspondingly. Okay, so if the inflation, if inflationary pressures actually push prices to the higher spectrum, you are able to adapt, because the last thing you want is to actually sell at a loss, right? So this is important. So this is really cool. Now be aware though that MarketMan is pricier than other options on our list, especially when you consider that it's the only restaurant inventory management system that we reviewed that doesn't offer POS capabilities. Touch Bistro has, the Touch Bistro does, Toast does. I will speak about the other pretty soon, but yeah. So that means what? If you don't have POS capabilities, it means you have to pay even more to get a POS system separately. Okay. Here is a pricing for MarketMan as of the date of this show. Number 2, we have Lavu. Our score, 9.6 over 10. So when you think about Lavu, I want you to think about the best restaurant inventory software if you are on a budget. So if you are, let's say you are a startup, or you are a small business that really needs to run on a shoestring budget, you really are counting every penny coming in and going out, then you might want to think about Lavu, because you have exceptional features for the price. You have recipe costing and low stock alerts that are included for easy inventory tracking. This is really cool. And so Lavu is first and foremost a POS system, but it lets you do so much more than simply processing customer orders or customer payments. Okay, so that's what we love. For starters, Lavu's cloud-based system makes it very easy to do complex tasks like recipe costing, also known as the process of figuring out how much to charge for a menu item based on how much it costs you to make it. It also comes with low stock alerts, so you don't have to guess when you'll run out of your sitting inventory, the stuff you've already got on your shelf. Again, going back to what I said, if you have perishables, this becomes quite essential. So to have this capability that comes with the Lavu is just fantastic. Fantastic, boss. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. What are we having a conversation on? We're talking about the top 5 restaurant inventory management software options that you need to consider this year. And what we love about Lavu also is that it offers many restaurant inventory management. Benefits in terms of inventory tracking, inventory monitoring, but also inventory optimization. Okay, and you can do all of these things from your app. You can even manage your vendors. So vendor relationships is very, because everybody talks about client relationship management. But what about vendor relationship management? You also need to manage your vendors. Okay. And Lavo does that. Does a great job. It helps you a lot on that. And so I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is a pricing for Lavo as of the date of the show. The only thing we don't like with Lavo is that they don't offer food waste tracking. So if that's something you are interested in, you may have to opt for a more expensive platform. Okay. And while Lavo's price is cheap, that $69 to $75 per month is only for single terminal systems. So if you need a solution with multiple terminals, you need to contact Lavo to get a quote. Number one, the best of the best in our view here, you have Upserve by Lightspeed. Our score, 9.9 over 10. So in our view, Upserve is the best overall software for restaurant inventory management. No doubt about it, hands down. And we love the fact that you are able to monitor stock levels, price out your menu, track food waste, and more with Upserve. You can do a lot of stuff. Okay, so in terms of revenue management, in terms of client management, in terms of vendor management, Upserve in our view is an all-in-one, the best all-in-one solution. Okay, you have a comprehensive POS system that does much more than just process payments. Upserve is a cloud-based inventory tracking solution that offers all the major features you would want in a restaurant inventory management platform. And so we really love that. We love the level of, we love the granularity here. We love the level of depth and breadth that Upserve literally brings to the table. Okay, it delivers comprehensive inventory reports to help you stay on top of low stock items, and you can send purchase orders to restock on those items with just one click in the Upserve app. And Upserve also offers ingredient level inventory tracking. So all you have to do here is you just need to create a recipe. Okay, just create a recipe for each of the food items on your menu. Then Upserve can automatically calculate the amounts of each ingredient to deduct from your inventory whenever you sell a menu item and calculate your approximate food cost. Think about the efficiency here. This is really good. And Upserve also offers one of the most comprehensive restaurant POS system. And in addition to processing customer payments, it can also keep you assign tables and servers, fire orders, add notes to checks, and do tons of other tasks. So this is really good. Now, Upserve is definitely a little pricey. So we recommend getting at least the Pro plan since it's the cheapest plan that includes inventory management. So we really think it's worth the extra cost. So yeah, so think about that. And Upserve is also incompatible with Android devices. So you will need to upgrade to an upper tier plan to get features like vendor management. So those are the little cons, the little detriments you need to deal with. I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is the pricing for Upserve as of the date of this show. So when you think about restaurant inventory management software options, you got to think about what really works for you. And you also have to pay attention to so here's an overview. I want you to think about, there are many decisions you have to make before choosing your perfect restaurant inventory management software options. First of all, you got to ask yourself, are you running a single location or are you running multiple locations? And number two, are you dealing with like perishables, or are you dealing with products that can stay on the shelves for a long time? And what are your overall inventory management needs? What about your staff? Okay, do you store inventory at the restaurant itself, or do you store those items at a different locations? So those are really important elements when it comes to tracking your items and see exactly what's really happening. You also have to pay attention to the operations of the restaurant itself. Things like menu tracking, things like menu costing, things like menu profitability, overall revenue optimization. Those are important elements for you to pay attention to. And it's also important to know whether or not you want to include a POS tool as part of your inventory management, your point of sale. So there are a lot of features that go into managing your restaurant, food, and bar inventory. Okay, so you have to really pay attention to. So overall, when we talk about the pros and cons of each, remember that when you have a location, so with Upserve, you have one location, more than one location. You have point of sale, of course. You have low inventory alerts, yes. Menu costing, yes. Ingredient tracking, yes. Ingredient level tracking, yes. Food waste tracking, yes. Purchase order management, yes. Vendor management, yes. Connection type, hardware, yes. So overall, overall, Observe, Lavu, MarketMan, Toast, you are able to run multiple restaurants through their software. Touch Bistro is the only one that actually limits you to one location. So if this is something you really care about, then you want to go with the other players, okay? In terms of point of sale, all players into this conversation have a point of sale tool except MarketMan. So if you care about point of sale, you want to stay away from MarketMan. And if you're looking for a cloud-based service, you want to choose either Observe, Lavu, or MarketMan, because Toast and Touch Bistro, they actually like Toast, for instance, you're able to do cloud, but sometimes they want you to switch to local area network. Touch Bistro is totally local area network, okay? And the bottom line here is that when we talk about restaurant inventory management software, it's important, again, to understand that your restaurant might be small today, your restaurant operation might be small today, but you got to think about scalability. A few months from now, a few years from now, your restaurant might be a multi-million dollar franchise. So you got to have a tool that helps you scale at best. You want to have a tool that scales with you efficiently, right? Because the last thing you want is to actually, when you grow, you realize, oh, that the tool you currently have is not adaptable, it's not adapted to your operations anymore, and you have to go through the costly and painful and operationally inefficient process of changing restaurant inventory management software. So it's better to actually have a tool right now that helps you. Sorry about that. A tool that helps you do all the things. Do all the things efficiently, and really, so the bottom line here is what you want to have the ability to have features such as locations, for example. You want to have point of sale systems. You want to have low inventory alerts. You want to have menu costing. You want to have ingredient level tracking, for example. Okay, so this is kind of important. You also want to have let's say, inventory management software options that help you with vendor management, with connection types and hardware. So all of these things should really sync, and all of these things should really be very carefully thought about before you actually engage in any decision making. Let me give you an example. When we talk about connection type, now restaurants, if you have a restaurant with cloud-based software, you can easily track items across multiple locations and on multiple devices. Now you can say, well, you know what? I don't need that capability because I'm fine, because I'm only running from one location anyway, so I don't need that. So if that's the case, then you go for something else. And if you say, you know, I need a point of sale system. So if you need a POS system, then you really need to have this embedded in your inventory management software. Or you can say, you know what? I need to really have a clear idea about my menu. I want to see how much money I'm making on each menu, which means what? It means in terms of your revenue management strategy, you need to think about menu costing. So you can actually calculate the approximate cost of each menu item, track inventory used, and determine the running cost of business in general. Or you can say, you know what? I want to pay attention to ingredient level tracking. So you can use this feature to automatically deduct used ingredients from your perpetual inventory numbers, so you have a clear idea what you currently have. Okay. Or you can say, you know what? I want to track food waste. So you can track food waste by comparing the theoretical cost of items sold to the actual cost of items sold. So you have a clear idea of foods that you're really wasting. Before I do a recap here, I want to acquaint you with our approach when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing restaurant inventory management software tools, okay? And we actually are going to show you on the screen here. We'll show you a series of screenshots so you have a clearer idea how we analyze and how we evaluate those tools. So please check this out. I want to quickly recap here. So number 1, we have Observe by Lightspeed. Our score 9.9 over 10. Number 2, we have Lavu. Our score 9.6 over 10. Number 3, we have Marketman, not Manhattan, Marketman, 9.3 over 10. Number 4, we have Toast, 9 over 10. And number 5, last but not the least, we have Touch Bistro. Our score 8.8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.